Good morning. I am still in Tbilisi, and today I'm going on a tour to go to the Caucasus, to a place called Kazbegi. So there are other places we're going to see on the way, and I've heard it's one of the most beautiful parts of Georgia. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I love mountains, so this is perfect. So right now I'm gonna go to the tour agency and get in the bus, and we can start our trip from there. Okay, we arrived to Zhinvali Reservoir Lake. So they built a big dam here back in the 70s when still the Soviets were ruling around here. And so it is providing most of the running water for Tbilisi. Basically, at the time, the capital was passing the 1 million mark, and they needed like a better supply of water. And the Soviets decided to do this, and originally there were like a couple of villages here, but they did not really care about them protesting, so they did not really care, and they just flooded the whole area. But right now the view is very nice, so I'm gonna try to fly the drone too.
After 1.5 hours of driving, we reached the Ananuri Fortress. During the Middle Ages, Ananuri held significant strategic importance, serving as a guardian along the routes that connected the northern and southern regions of the Caucasus. Ruled by the local dukes of Aragvi, the fortress witnessed numerous historical battles and remained in use until the early 19th century. The legend says that when the castle was under siege, it was not defeated because of a secret tunnel that led to the water, and thus provided a way to get food and water to the people who had taken refuge in the castle. In any case, the fortress itself was very interesting to visit. And while Georgia has a lot of castles and fortifications, Ananuri must be one of the most photogenic ones. The combination of lake, mountains, and fortress makes for beautiful pictures. No surprise then that in 2007, the complex was on the tentative list of inclusion into the UNESCO World Heritage Site program. The fortress was also home to a lot of stray dogs who guarded its surroundings. Like most dogs in Georgia that I had seen, they were very nice, and they let me pet them.
I'm doing a puppy shower. I don't know if you can see them. They're so cute. They're so cute.
After this heartwarming moment, we jumped back on the bus to continue our journey towards the Caucasus Mountains. As we were going up the mountain road, the landscape started to change, and snow started to appear. The place we're driving to, Kazbegi, at around 2,000 meters above sea level, is known for its scenic location in the greater Caucasus Mountains, and is a center for trekkers and mountain climbing during summer. As we were there during winter, such activities were not possible due to the huge snowfalls. But I had been told that the view of the mountains was beautiful. I was really excited about it. We eventually reached the town of Stepantsminda, home to only 1,326 inhabitants, a great place to enjoy Kazbegi. The town itself doesn't offer much, but on a hill next by stands a very nice church with a panoramic view of the mountains. We're in for an extra bit of driving on the mountain road to reach it.
Okay, we are in Kazbegi. It took us a little bit of time to get all the way up to the church. Unfortunately, we cannot see much because there is still a lot of clouds, snow clouds. But yeah, the church is very nice, but it's just a church. It's one of the oldest in the country. I think it's 14th century church, something like this. But fingers crossed, the clouds will maybe move a bit and we'll be able to see the landscape a bit better.
The Gergeti Trinity Church was built in the 14th century and stands at an elevation of 2,170 meters. Its isolated location on top of a steep mountain, surrounded by the vastness of nature, has made it a symbol of Georgia. It is said that historically, in times of danger, precious relics from Sreta, including St. Nino's cross, were brought here for safekeeping. To be honest, if the church was cute and for sure had great religious as well as cultural significance, it is mostly known for its view on the Caucasus Mountains and Mount Kazbek, the third highest peak of the country, with 5,054 meters. Unfortunately for us, the view was completely hidden by clouds and no mountains could be seen. Only the town of Stepantsminda. To be honest, I was really disappointed as I had hoped to see the Caucasus, and I would not have another opportunity to go up these mountains during my stay in Georgia. We remained long enough to take a few pictures and pray for the view to open up. But after a while, resigned, we got back into the bus and started our journey back to see our last stop on the way down, the Russia-Georgia Friendship Monument, a famous remnant of Soviet architecture in Georgia. Unfortunately for us, we got stuck for close to an hour on the way down due to a severe traffic jam. The Georgian military highway that we were on connects Georgia to Russia, with the Larsi border crossing located only 12 kilometers north of Stepantsminda. Lots of trucks use that road every day to carry goods between the two countries, leading to regular traffic jams, especially during winter when it starts to snow.
We are on our way back from Kazbegi, but unfortunately this part of the military highway is quite tricky because you have a lot of trucks coming down from Russia, etc., both ways. and the road here was just not designed for that much traffic. So the police has to stop and allow a certain number of trucks to come. So that means one side of the road is kind of stuck for a bit. So we've been waiting for close to an hour, and I've heard it's not too bad. You can get stuck there waiting for the way to clear much longer. But hopefully it should not take too long, and we're going to the old Soviet monument in Gudori, which is the Georgian-Russian friendship monument. So hopefully the view is going to be nice and it's going to clear up a little bit.
Eventually, we managed to move again and started going down the mountain toward the ski town of Gudauri, where the monument was located. Luckily for us, as we were driving down, the clouds withdrew and the mountains started to appear.
Okay, we have the friendship monument. This is very nice, and thanks God, with the wind, it is less cloudy and you can see the Caucasus better. But it's so cold. It's minus 12, so that hurts. That hurt the face, etc. So beautiful but painful. So a little bit of history regarding this monument. So that was created to showcase the friendship between two states, Russia and Georgia, back when the USSR existed. Of course, it's not completely sure there was actually friendship from the beginning. And especially now with the recent wars, the loss of Abkhazia and South Ossetia by the Georgian when the Russian invaded, I'm not sure the two states are very friendly, and it won't be for a long time.
After visiting the Friendship Monument, we stopped for dinner at a nearby restaurant to enjoy delicious Georgian food before heading back to Tbilisi. It had been an intense day of driving around, but the sights we were rewarded with were worth it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to like and subscribe. And while waiting for the next one, I wish you a great day and we'll see you very soon. Tschüss!